Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel where you can learn English in an easy and fun way. As you follow the story, you will notice that you can read it without difficulty and understand the sentences easily. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video. If you're ready, let's get started. Cub Buddies, the adventure begins. A story of courage, friendship, and a flight to remember. Chapter 1. A sunny spring day. On a spring day when the sun painted the whole forest golden yellow, birds were singing and flowers were dancing in the wind. The cheerful animal sounds rising from the depths of the forest reached the eagle's nest at the top of the trees. There was great excitement in the eagle's nest at the top of the tallest tree in the forest. The eaglet was flapping its wings, looking forward to the big moment that was about to happen. Today was the day. Finally, she believed she could beat her mother in today's chase. Confidently, it made its way to the edge of its nest. The mother eagle looked at her eagerly waiting eaglet with a smile. "Are you ready for today's excursion?" she asked. "Yes, I am," said the eaglet, not hiding the determination in its voice. The mother eagle had been telling her eaglet how to hunt, which animals to watch out for and the laws of the forest since it started flying. It was very important for her to teach her eaglet everything she knew until it was ready to leave the nest. The hardest thing for the eaglet was to win the chase with its mother. Until now, the eaglet had been distracted while listening to her mother's story with curiosity and had always lost the chase that started suddenly. But this time everything would be different. This time she would not be distracted, she would catch her mother for sure. She left the nest high-fiving her friends with her wings. "Today you will succeed. Be careful. You can do it." The eaglet's face lit up with happiness as she heard their words of encouragement. Smiling with confidence, she answered them all, "Of course I will succeed, just watch and see." As she flew, her mother told her the secrets of the forest, the animals, and stories of survival. The eaglet listened attentively, but in the back of her mind there was always the same thought: today she would catch her mother. The mother eagle looked at her chick out of the corner of her eye. Smiling, she quickly rose into the sky. "Come on, catch me," she said. The eaglet looked surprised at first. But then, flapping its little black wings, it began to soar up into the sky after its mother. Sometimes the mother eagle dived, sometimes she soared, sometimes she circled in the sky. The mother was running away and the eaglet was chasing her. They were both having a lot of fun. The eaglet's favorite moments were when it flew with her mother. But suddenly the mother eagle stopped. The eaglet couldn't adjust its speed, so it crashed into her mother from behind. The mother eagle balanced herself in the air with a flap of her powerful wings and looked intently at the forest below with her sharp eyes. Her face suddenly became serious. The game was over. The mother eagle dived and landed on a tree branch. The eaglet also immediately flew to her side. Below, hyenas were surrounding a lioness and preparing to attack. The mother eagle looked a little more carefully and realized that the lion was pregnant. Turning to her cub, who was watching what was happening with concern, "Now I want you to listen to me very carefully." The eaglet was alarmed by her mother's seriousness. "Mom, what's going on?" she asked. The mother eagle told her eaglet in a calm but firm voice, "I want you to fly with all your might and bring help." The eaglet was puzzled. "Let's go together. Why don't you come?" "I don't want to go alone," she protested. The mother eagle took her frightened eaglet's face between her wings and said softly, "You are a very brave bird. Now it's time to prove it." Now fly fast without looking back and bring us help, okay? The eaglet shook its head from side to side. No, Mom, let's go together. There are too many of them. They will hurt you too. Mom, I'm scared, she said. Her eyes filled with tears. The mother eagle looked tenderly at her eaglet. What was the most important law of the jungle, she asked. The eaglet, to protect the chicks and pregnant mothers, she replied. The mother eagle nodded. Yes, she said. This is very important for our future and for the survival of forest life. If I don't help her because I am afraid, what kind of example will I be? You are a strong eagle too. Now you must be brave to help me. The eaglet knew her mother was right, but she was still very scared. Her mother said once more in a soft voice, Come on now, fly with all your might without looking back, my brave baby, and bring us help. Is it okay? She said. The eaglet sadly and reluctantly nodded its head and flew off towards its nest. The mother eagle looked after her eaglet for a short while. But when she heard the excited shouts of the hyenas, she quickly dived to help the pregnant lion. The mother eagle grabbed the hyena with her powerful claw and swung it forward. The pregnant lion was surprised by this unexpected help. But she soon recovered and regained her strength and continued to fight the hyenas. The lion was not the only one surprised by the eagle's unexpected attack. The hyenas also recovered after a brief moment of surprise and continued to attack both the eagle and the pregnant lion. When the young eagle heard the voices of its mother and the pregnant lion it had gone to help, it could not go any further. Breaking her promise to her mother for the first time, she turned back. When she looked down, she was filled with horror at what she saw. The eaglet was very upset to see its mother injured. Despite all the commotion, the pregnant lion managed to give birth to her baby. But the mother lion's strength was exhausted. The exhausted lion was trying to drive the hyenas away in a last effort to protect her baby. The eaglet decided to help them, no matter how scared she was. But then something unexpected happened. Suddenly there was a loud noise. All the birds of different breeds and sizes, sitting in the treetops watching the fight, suddenly took off with an ear-splitting sound. The fight suddenly stopped. For a short while everything was silent. The hyenas, frightened by the noise, looked around to see what had happened. When they saw the animals running away, they too began to flee in fear. Like all the animals, the eaglet could not understand what had happened. Suddenly she lost her balance. It began to fall downwards, circling in the air. This frightening sound was the sound of a signal flare fired by scientist Pearl, who was camping in the forest, to break up the fight. Pearl had been observing animals in the forest for 15 days. She had never seen such a fight before, so she panicked and fired a flare from her car. The flare had exactly the effect she wanted. The fight stopped and the hyenas ran away. Just when she thought all was well, a shrill sound and the flapping of wings echoed in the silence. Pearl turned her gaze to the sky and saw an eaglet falling in circles. "Oh my God," she said. Pearl realized she had wounded the eaglet with her flare. In a panic, she grabbed her shirt by both sides and lifted it into the air to stop the eaglet from falling to the ground. "Please, please," while muttering, she managed to catch the eaglet in her arms before it hit the ground. With sadness when she saw the wound on her wing, "I'm very, very sorry, it's my fault." Surprised, frightened and wounded, the eaglet wanted to run away, but it did not have the strength to do so. Realizing this, Pearl said in a soft voice, "There's no need to be afraid, don't worry, I'll heal you," she said. Pearl gently picked up the eaglet and began to carry it to her car. Meanwhile, the eaglet turned its head and looked at the lion lying on the ground with its back turned, and the scattered feathers around. Tears flowed from her eyes as she slowly passed out from the pain she felt and the sight she saw. Pearl quickly placed the cub in the back seat and headed to her car to get behind the wheel. As she was about to get into her vehicle, she heard a noise. Turning her eyes to the lion lying on the ground, she realized that something was moving. The lion was not dead. Pearl walked fearfully but carefully towards the injured lion to see what had happened. As she approached the lion, she saw a small baby lion that had survived the previous fight. Unable to believe her eyes, Pearl covered her face with her hands and smiled. "This must be a miracle," she murmured. With quick steps, she looked around and rushed to the mother lion. The mother lion was badly injured but still alive. Summoning the last of her strength, she raised her head slightly to protect her baby. Pearl said to her in a soft, sad voice, she said, "Calm down, I'm not going to hurt you." Pearl looked at the baby lion. It was sucking its mother's milk, unaware of what was happening. The sight made Pearl very sad. Looking at the injured mother lion, she realized that this would be the first and last time she would feed her cub. She tried to calm the mother lion by gently stroking its wounded body with her hand. Just then, they heard the sound of hyenas approaching. Pearl knew she had to take the baby lion and leave. Pearl knew she had to take the lion cub and go. Pearl held the baby lion in her arms, under the worried gaze of the mother lion. She brought him close to his mother and let them say goodbye. The baby lion rubbed its face against its mother's face, and the mother, with tears in her eyes, licked her cub goodbye. Pearl watched this scene with tears in her eyes. Then she gently embraced the baby lion. "Don't worry, I will take good care of your baby," she said. The hyenas were getting closer. Without wasting any more time, Pearl picked up the baby lion and ran to her car. "Mommy," the baby lion cried. The mother lion looked lovingly at her cub one last time. A smile appeared in her eyes and then she closed her eyes peacefully. Chapter 1, completed. Chapter 2, a new beginning, coming soon. This was just the beginning. The real adventure starts now. What surprises await them next? Like, comment, and subscribe to follow the next adventure.